Retro Gamers, Anto here from RetroGamesCollector.com, and this is a video response to Team Chav with their 3 random games. Now, I wasn't gonna put a pair of VR goggles on and stumble around picking games out and ending up with 3 really rubbish ones like Dana. Well, I could still end up with rubbish ones, you know. I didn't, as it happens, but I could have still ended up with rubbish ones. Well, I used a different method to pick my games, totally random. So I got my 2-year-old son to pick them, which was quite funny. And here he is picking them out for it. So you can tell I didn't cheat. He's literally come up to the games room. His little legs have carried him up the loft ladder into the games room, and he has chosen 3 games at random, and here they are. Any game, on any of the shelves. Okay.
That one.
Well, that's a perfect choice for me. Good choice, Ben.
I've got the airplane on it.
Yes. Go and get another one. From any of the shelves, not the same shelf. If you can get them from anywhere on any of the shelves. Anywhere.
Oh, is that one?
You don't have to get them all off that shelf, remember?
That one.
You want that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to try and pick one off a different shelf this time? Thank you.
Which one?
Anyone? Any of these shelves, you pick any game.
Is that one?
Okay, if you want to pick that one. Another good choice. Thank you very much, Ben. Good boy. And there was my son picking 3 games, a complete random, although 2 of them from the same section. It didn't bother me too much because he was picking them from my Atari 2600 games, which, as you know, is one of my favourite consoles. But he also managed to pick probably in my top 5 games of all time, River Raid as the first game. River Raid was released in 1982 by Activision, first on the 2600, and then it was later ported to ColecoVision, Intellivision, 5200, and then on to the Commodore 64. It's been on virtually every single format since, in different variants. Some sort of modern versions have been done of it as well. I think there's one on the PS2, correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, that was the first one he picked. Here's a bit of gameplay footage. Also, I have this version of River Raid. This is the it's in a smaller box. It's the international version in the purple box, and the US version. I'm assuming that's a US box. Is in this red box. So this would be the one that we would have got on general sale over here for PAL Seacam Ataris. Moving on to the second game that he picked. another 2600 game, another one released in 1982, this time by Parker Brothers, Amidar, which is a 2600 port of the arcade game of the same name. It's a bit like Pac-Man in a way. You chase around a maze eating, I forget what it is, coconuts or something. Coconuts, I think, as far as I remember. It doesn't say on the box. I think it's coconuts that you're eating, basically. Or they're little dots, but they're meant to be coconuts. And for every section that you manage to go right the way around, it fills it in. You fill in all the sections and you win. If you fill in the 4 corner sections, you get a little chance to chase the baddies yourself and kill them. And when you do, they drop down the screen to the bottom, if I remember correctly. A bit like Pac-Man in the sense, you know, it eats the big pill. You can chase the ghosts. Well, when you get all 4 corners, you can chase the baddies and kill them. And that's it, really. You just go around the screen, covering all of the tracks. Once you've covered all the tracks, you get to move on to the next screen. A bit like Pac-Man. Nevertheless, a really good game, very addictive, and here's a little bit of gameplay. And bizarrely, the third game that he picked is also from 1982. So he's managed to pick 3 games from 1982. I don't know quite how he's managed that. I've got games ranging from 70s to the 90s there, but he's managed to pick 3 games from 1982, and this one is for my favourite little computer, the ZX81. This one runs on a ZX81 with 16k of RAM, and it is, as you can see, Defender, and it is indeed a very simplified version of Arcade Defender. Probably one of my favourite ZX81 games back in the day. I've played better ones since, and even better versions of Defender since, but yeah, that's the one I like back in the day. I collect Quicksilver games, so to be honest, there's about 4 rows of Quicksilver games over there, so chances are he was going to actually pick one of these, statistically speaking, and he did. Happens to be for the ZX81. So here's a little bit of gameplay footage. And this is the ZX81 Defender. I couldn't use my Haupauge for this. I've had to put my phone on a tripod and record it. I've set it up right next to me and record it. I've had to do much poking to get the ZX81 display correct on this. It was Defender was basically renowned for being awkward to get to display correctly on your screen, so they gave you a load of pokes that you could put into alter the size of the screen display, the horizontal hold and the vertical hold. Now I finally got it right. I can play the game. Now you have to bear with me, I'm terrible at this. It's quite a quick game. and my big fat fingers don't really work on this keyboard anymore. Oh, dead already. Yeah, I can't really, I can't put all my fingers on the keyboard at once. It's really terrible, actually. Oh, I used to be good at this, believe it or not. Once upon a time. Well, you can get the gist of the game anyway. You basically zap along, killing the baddies as they pop onto the screen shooting at you. The number in on your spaceship denotes how many you've got left, and so on and so forth. Come on, baddies, where are you? I'll give up. Thank you for watching. I hope you like those 3 games. I've got to say, he did me proud there. I picked 3 really good good games for me to replay. So thank you, Ben. Like and subscribe, and until the next video, keep it retro.